With Wes Durston scoring another 100, Derbyshire grabbed a good first innings advantage on the second day of their LV County Championship match with Essex in Chelmsford, in spite of a career best performance from the young spinner Tom Craddock. The second division table toppers began the morning on 37 for 145 runs behind, after they dismissed Essex for 182 on the first day. And the way they started, with their captain Wayne Madsen playing some neat shots in partnership with Martin Guptill, it looked as if they were in for the long haul to bat their hosts out of the match completely. So the wicket of the informed Guptill was an important one, especially for the former Derbyshire player Greg Smith. Guptill mistimed his shot and was caught by Charles Willoughby on 36. Derbyshire were still able to bring up their 100 with only 2 men out. It came when Madsen ducked into a short ball from Tymel Mills and picked up 4 head-byes. Durston seems to really be enjoying himself this summer. His career looked dead in the water until Derbyshire gave him a second chance 2 years ago after impressing with the Unicorns. He led the Derbyshire run scoring charts last season, scoring more than 1,000 championship runs, and he is now firmly established in the Derbyshire lineup. He loves to play his shots, as you can see, and he was soon catching Madsen up, even though the latter had a 34-run start on him. Madsen just got to his 50 before Durston made off 126 balls, but having not added to that for 14 more, he was adjudged to have got a nick to a good delivery from David Masters. Durston's 50 took only 49 balls, and he was now joined by Dan Redfern, part of a run-filled middle order these days, and these two took their side into the lead. Redfern made only 14 on this occasion, however. He then edged Willoughby behind at 192 for 4. Ross Whiteley was gifted a ball from Craddock to get his innings started, and he brought up the 200 for his side, who were now looking to earn as big a first innings lead as possible. With shots like these, they had every chance. Even more so with Durston heading towards his second ton of the season to date. Well set by now, he was always going to put a long hop into the crowd. Sometimes though, he had to turn the deliveries into bad ones with some expert foot movement. Durston was looking unstoppable. At 232 for 4 and leading by 50, it was all going Derbyshire's way, but to their credit, Essex fought back late in the afternoon session. Whiteley, having made 16, planted a straight drive into the hands of Long On. Durston, on the other hand, was not going to be denied, and he went to a superb 100 with a 2 off Tom Wesley. It really was just what the doctor had ordered. In 110 balls, he'd taken the game away from Essex at this stage. 8 4s and 2 6s had been struck in what was another imposing innings from the former Somerset man. Yet it was another man who was to make the headlines locally, and that was leg spinner Craddock. He claimed his first wicket before tea as David Wainwright edged behind on 5 at 250 for 6. In his first game of the season, Craddock then started to drag his side back into the game. He had John Clare very well held at slip by diving Alvaro Peterson, and then he got the big wicket of Durston, who top-edged a sweep to deep backward square. Durston was out for an exceptional 116. But his dismissal meant that Derbyshire, who'd lost 3 wickets for 13 runs in 6 overs, may not earn a 3-figure lead. Tom Poynton had other ideas, and he took the attack back to the Essex spinners in what turned out to be a momentum-swinging knock. He hit the ball extremely well. This shot went for 6 as he and Tony Palladino took that lead to 96. Palladino was out after being hit on the full in front by Craddock for his 4th wicket, which came with Derbyshire on 278 for 9. Derbyshire are not top of the second division table for no reason, and knowing the importance of a big first innings lead, Poynton and Tim Groenewald added a crucial 45 for the last wicket. While Groenewald certainly played his part, it was the innings of Poynton which really impressed. He hadn't played much until the retirement of Luke Sutton in the winter, and had never passed 25 before this knock, yet here he was now helping his side out immensely. A second maximum, which travelled over the pavilion, helped him to an explosive 50 made off only 35 balls. Not a bad way to get your first half-century in the first-class game. Craddock also ended with the best figures of his career. The wicket of Groenewald, stumped by James Foster for 14, gave the leggy his first 5-wicket haul to end with figures of 5 for 96. With Poynton left unbeaten on 50, Derbyshire were all out for 323 to lead by 141, and that even looked as if it may be a match-winning one as Gruneval then took 2 wickets in his first 2 overs. Peterson edged to slip, and Wesley followed suit to leave Essex reeling on 3 for 2 and even facing a possible innings defeat. Thankfully for them, Owe Shah and Mark Patini steadied the ship before stumps were drawn to keep their side alive. They survived the last hour of the day to take their team to 46 for 2 to go into day 3 now trailing by 95, knowing that they could still turn this game around. To do that, they'll need Shah on 26 and Patini on 17 to keep going for a while yet.